Being from Oregon, I'm not used to how flat Oklahoma is, and I'm not used to how little there is to do like out in nature. I'm being from Oregon, I grew up hiking mountains and trail riding with my horse, like through the passes and over gorges and visiting national parks and all that kind of stuff. And being in a place that's so flat, that's definitely one thing I miss about home. But one of my favorite places that I used to visit when I was in Oregon was Crater Lake National Park. In Crater Lake National Park, it's one of the biggest national parks in Oregon, and it is a beautiful lake that over time formed inside the crater of an old shield volcano named Mount Mazama. And this lake formed over time just from rainwater and snowmelt, so it's very clean water and it's very clear and cold, as most of it year-round is snowmelt. And I love this area so much just because of how beautiful it is. When you look into the water, it's clear, blue, and I mean, it looks like it would be wonderful to swim in, but it's actually freezing cold. So personally, I would not recommend swimming in it, but that's definitely one of the activities so many people do in the summer. And it's just so stunning because looking into the lake, it reflects the clouds in the sky and the surrounding mountaintops that usually have snow on it year-round, as it is at such a high elevation. And one of the unique things about this area is the little island, as most people call it, because that's what it looks like, in the middle of the lake. And this island, it's nicknamed Wizard Island, and it's actually a small volcano. It's not active at the moment, but it's covered in trees, and it's very unique to the area. Like, that usually doesn't happen where a volcano grows and forms in the middle of a lake. And in the summer, you can swim at this lake, and you can also take a ferry boat out to the island and have lunch out there. And it's absolutely beautiful out at this island because there's well, it just gives you such a real beautiful view of the surroundings and the lake. And especially if it's a nice day, you get the reflection of the clouds on the water, and just being in the middle of it, it's breathtaking, really. And here's some more pictures of Wizard Island, and it's a few hundred kilometers above the base of this lake. And actually, Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, believe it or not. So it's definitely a place that most people want to visit when they come to Oregon, and it's one of my favorite places that I found in Oregon. And it's just really beautiful, and I love the scenery and just being up there and in nature like that. And here's just some more pictures, and there's some of the water and how clear and blue it is. It's super pretty. And if you ever go to Oregon, I definitely recommend stopping by Crater Lake National Park, because it's definitely a top spot to visit. And there's lots of things to do up here and near here. There's some waterfalls nearby, and then in the winter, honestly, I think it's even more pretty in the winter just because of the snow. And growing up, like down in the valley, we got lots of snow, and I love the snow. And when you go up there and hike through the snow and see the mountaintops completely covered in snow, it's very beautiful. Let's see if I can find some with snow. There's a few. Here's one from early winter time that has some snow, but it gets very snowy up there, and it's very beautiful and just one of my favorite places in Oregon. So thanks for listening.